Reaching Badr, the Muslims stayed there waiting for the idolaters to come. Abu Sufyan's forces comprised 2,000 footmen and 50 horsemen. They reached Mar al-Zarin, some distance from Makkah, and camped at a water place called Mihana. Being reluctant, discouraged, and extremely terrified of the consequences of the approaching fight, Abu Sufyan turned to his people and began to introduce cowardice-based flimsy pretexts in order to dissuade his men from going to war, saying, "O tribe of Quraysh, nothing will improve the condition you are in but a fruitful year, a year during which your animals feed on plants and bushes, and give you milk to drink. And I see that this is a rainless year, therefore I am returning now and I recommend you to return with me." It seems that his army were also possessed of the same fears and apprehensions, for they readily obeyed him without the least hesitation. The Muslims, who were then at Badr, stayed for 8 days waiting for their enemy. They took advantage of their stay by selling goods and earning double as much the price out of it. When the idolaters declined to fight, the balance of power shifted to rest in favor of the Muslims, who thus regained their military reputation, their dignity, and managed to impose their awe-inspiring presence over the whole of Arabia. In brief, they mastered and controlled the whole situation. This invasion had many a name. It is called Badr the appointment, Badr the second, Badr the latter, and Badr Minor. Ibn Hisham 209-210, Zad al-Ma'ad 112. The invasion of Dumat al-Jandal with the messenger, PBUH's return from Badr, peace and security prevailed the whole area, and the Islamic headquarters, Medina, enjoyed full security. The Prophet, PBUH, then deemed it fit and appropriate to head for the most distant areas of Arabia in order to subdue all hostile elements, in order to force undisputed recognition out of friend and enemy alike. After a 6-month lull of military activities, the Prophet, PBUH, was reported that some tribes, in the vicinity of Dumat al-Jandal, on the borders of Syria, were involved in highway robbery and plundering, and were on their way to muster troops and raid Medina itself. He immediately appointed Siba bin Arfata al-Ghifari to dispose the affairs of Medina during his absence, and set out at the head of 1,000 Muslims, in late Rabi al-Awwal, 5 taking with him a man named Madkur, from Bani Yura, as a guide. On their way to Dumat al-Jandal, they used to march by night and hide by day, so that they might take the enemy by surprise. When they drew near their destination, the Muslims discovered that the highwaymen had moved to another place, so they captured their cattle and shepherds. The inhabitants of Dumat al-Jandal had also fled in all directions for their lives and evacuated their habitations.